Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me today. We have a massive week ahead of us. Like you can see, I have spent a little amount of time getting all my fabrics sorted out. A lot of it is done. We still have some ways to go, so I'm really happy that this bit is taken care of. It's going to be a lot easier for the week ahead. Now, like you would have seen, I've already started by doing a little planning for the week. Now, as far as planning goes, I'm not someone that plans down to the hour and the minute. I have a few major tasks that I hope to accomplish in a given period of time. And during the course of the week, there is a little bit of flexibility, but I like to get a lot of what I've put down or a lot of my goals taken care of and completed. So writing it down is one way that I hold myself accountable. So we're going to move straight on into what this week's about. Over the next couple of months, I've got a rather busy market schedule. So far, I've got about 12 markets finalized, ready to go. Some of these are 2-day markets. There are a few that I'm still waiting to hear back from, but those are smaller ones, more twilight markets and such. We'll see how it goes, but even if I don't hear back from them, I'm still okay because 12 markets is a lot. I'm literally booked every single weekend starting this weekend. Some of the weekends are just single days, some are double days. We'll see how it goes. Of course, I'm going to take you along as far as I can. If the weather holds up and the conditions are great, you'll come along with me. If I don't film a long form video, you're definitely going to see some shots, some reels and such. So make sure you're following along on my social media as well. I'm on Instagram and TikTok, and I'm hoping to hold myself a little more accountable there as well. What else? Yeah, so I've got at least 12 markets, and I think out of those 12 markets, 8 to 10 of them are going to be really massive ones. The other ones are going to be pretty big as well, because coming closer to Christmas, it always gets busier. So instead of, literally having to struggle week on week, I'm going to try and get a little bit prepped ahead of time. I say ahead of time, but my first market of the holiday season is literally this weekend, so there's not much of a head start. A few things that we need to get done is stock up on our regular lines. There's 2 new products that I'm hoping to launch for this holiday season. One I'm going to work on this week. The other one, fingers crossed, all of my supplies and my material will get here in time. I'm just hoping everything gets here in time, that I can actually get everything ready for markets and for you online as well. Speaking of online, I'm hoping to launch the website this Friday, the 20th. I still have to put a few last minute things together, but our first Christmas launch is going to be on the website. Will I still continue to have my Etsy store? I will. However, there'll be a very small amount of products listed there. All of my newer ones will get listed on the website. If you're hoping to make a purchase, I'd much rather you head over to the website rather than my Etsy shop. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Today I'm going to spend a bit of time planning out my social media videos for the week, the posts for the week, and I also have to edit and upload some videos for YouTube. I've been missing for a while. I know I've been missing for a while, and I'm hoping to get ahead of my posting schedule, so we'll see how that goes. Yep, but that's it. Other than that, for today, one of the biggest things that I have planned is a massive round of fabric cutting for scrunchies. I'm hoping to get a whole bunch of them at least sewn up. That way I can thread the elastic in bits and pieces while I'm at markets and such. So I'm thinking of making a little challenge out of it to see how much I can just sew in maybe 8 hours. We'll probably get to that tomorrow. Let's see. So I'm hoping to get that done. So I need to have enough of fabric cut out to make all of those scrunchies. So today is going to be a massive cutting day and I'm going to take you along. Hey guys, so today's the next day. Yesterday I spent a lot of time cutting, and today I intend having a massive sewing session. I want to see just how many scrunchies I can get sewn in sort of an entire day. So let me show you how much I've got done so far. So far this is all the fabric that I've cut and prepped to work on today. These piles are pretty deep, so multiple colors, multiple sizes in there, and if I can get it all done today, I'll be super happy, but I'm being realistic, so I'm not expecting that to happen. So as much as I would love to finish all of that, I know that's going to be quite a bit of a challenge because I don't have a heavy duty or an industrial machine. I've just got an everyday, almost entry-level, in fact entry-level Singer machine. So the dream is to one day work on an industrial one. For now, we're going to make do with what we have and see how far this takes us. It's going to be really interesting. I'd really like to see how much I can sew up in a day. So today I'm just going to focus on stitching up that initial tube. I use the burrito method, so just stitching that initial bit up. And finishing off the scrunchies will happen over a period of time over the next couple of days. I'll probably take some of them to my next market to thread the elastic around. That way it gives me something to do in those moments that are not as busy. So a solid 8 hours later, here's what I've accomplished. Would anyone like to take a guess as to how many I got done? Maybe looking at the tubes will give you a little bit of an idea. Go, that's a great big pile, all done. And here's all that's left of our cut fabric strips, just a few colors of satin and some of our sparkly ones. 2.5 days of stitching has resulted in all of these scrunchie tubes all sewn up. Now the next step is to just flip these over, put some elastic through them and finish them off. These are 352 scrunchies in all. A lot of them are satin. Some of them are cottons on the top corner over here, and to the side we've got some of our sparkly bits. But yep, once this is done, this will be a huge chunk of work already taken care of. So there we go, all the elastic's been sewn in. Now we trim and we top stitch. I'll just quickly switch the lights on. There we go. Hi guys, now those of you who've been with me for a few months now or since the beginning know that I have this tendency of buying supplies, buying material with the intention of course putting it to good use, but very seldom have the time to work on it immediately, and more often than not it just sits in my craft room for months till I can actually get down to it. Today's project is one such thing. Some of these materials I've had, this is sort of overstock from my previous business, and I'm really looking forward to putting them to use and getting them out the door. It will make place in my craft room, much needed place may I add. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This box is one that I purchased and received delivery before last Christmas. That's how long it's been sitting there waiting to be used. I did open it to make sure everything was in order, and let me just flip the camera around. It's going to be easier to show you what I'm talking about. So that's the box that I was talking about from my last business with little bits and pieces that I want to use. So in there we've got a few gorgeous pieces like this. This is faux leather. I used to make little bookmarks and such with this, and this is left over. It's a little bit extra, so I thought I'd make something fun out of this. I might as well just tell you, I'm looking at making wristlets, and I think that this is going to be a gorgeous material to make some of them with. I've got tons of other sheets in there. Some of them are a little rough on the edges. They were perfect for bows and such, the chunky glitter kinds, but I don't think they'll be very comfortable to wear on the wrist to carry around your keys and such. So I'm going to sit and look through that and pick out bits and pieces that I think will actually suit this project, and then we'll get started. So like you've probably guessed, in this box we've just got supplies to actually make the wristlets. So I've got myself my handy dandy clamp tool, and And in this box is all the hardware that I'm going to need to complete it. I'm assuming that the same is true for rotary cutters as is for scissors. I'm not going to use my fabric ones for these. This is an older rotary cutter that I have. I'm going to see if this one works. So I got some of these wristlets made yesterday. So happy with how these have turned out. So all that does is go around your wrist like this, and you can put on your car keys, house keys, whatever other keys you need to keep track of. And these are super secure. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. Please ignore the boxes stacked in the background. I'm headed off to, we're going to be loading the car up a little later today. Today's the day before one of my 2-day Christmas markets. This one's extra special. It's going to be at the beach, literally at the beach. You can see the water where you are. So I'm going to try and take you guys along. Hopefully I should be able to get some footage of it there. Oh, and my machine's been acting up. That poor thing's been through hell and back. And bear in mind, it's only an entry-level machine that I bought a few years ago. So finally, it's starting to act up a little. It's working in spurts. There's some bits that work, some stretches that it works perfectly, and then suddenly it'll start acting up. And it's been really challenging the last few days. So yesterday was Spotlight's VIP night, and I thought it was high time to go in and buy another machine. So that's exactly what I did. I went in with the intention of buying another Singer, but one of the staff members there showed me a brother piece that seemed like it was a much better deal. So I've got a brother machine now. Let me show you what it looks like. We'll unbox it together and I'll give you my first impression of it. And I picked up some fabric as well. So this is the one that I got. Let's open this up together. I'm going to get rid of all these little plastic bits and pieces and come back. And along with this, we've also got some other bits and pieces, some extra specialty, some of the specialty feet, I guess, and a couple of bobbins in here. Cool. There's also some needles. First impressions, this looks really impressive compared to my old Singer Confidence. I'm going to plug all of this in and see how I go. So first impressions, I'm impressed. It seems a little quieter than the previous machine. Of course, I've only filled up my first bobbin so far, but it's looking good.